What's up, YouTube? Cold Ass Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. And I couldn't wait to get home from work today to talk to y'all about this whole thing that went on with Sister Monique, Mother Maddie, and Sister Khia last night on the Queen's Court. Now, things happen. In life, shit happens. Things don't always go the way they plan. Things don't always go the way you want them to go. But one thing I have to commend Mother Maddie for is sticking with it. Because Maddie has that go-getter spirit. You understand? Maddie is not going to give up. Maddie ain't going to throw in the towel when things get rough. Because honestly, just like Monique said last night, that stuff that happened was little. You know what I mean? They could have worked through that. For Khia, I'm sorry, Sister Khia. I'm sorry, but I gotta say it because you did it. You showed it to the whole country and you showed it to the whole world. For you to just get up and walk out like that. For you to just get up and walk out like that and leave Maddie there, just there. To pull it all back together when Maddie was already going through it. You know, Maddie had talked about how she had been trying to get the set and whatever together for the past 3 days straight, doing everything alone. She had mentioned like somebody had left her and she was trying to do everything on her own. And then for you to turn around, Khia, and get frustrated and walk out and just leave Maddie sitting there by herself trying to figure that stuff out. That was just wrong on so many levels. My heart was hurting for Maddie. You know, and Khia, you are an entertainer. You know what it means when they say the show must go on. You don't just you don't just throw in a towel and leave. For you to do that, Khia, what was you thinking, sweetheart? What was your mind at? And this is y'all show. And right when y'all got to like I can say a pivotal point in y'all show where y'all was finna have Monique on. You know, everybody all over the country been talking about Monique with this Netflix thing or whatever. And y'all got to the point where y'all was having y'all Monique was finna be on there. You know what I mean? That was like a big deal. And out of all these times that you could have walked out, Khia, why did you pick last night to walk out? That's what I don't understand. A lot of us honestly didn't even think Monique was gonna show up. And Monique was sitting there. I didn't even know Periscope still existed until last night. Monique was sitting there on the Periscope waiting for y'all to call her or come through. And she was sitting there with her friend girl waiting for the phone call. And her friend girl kept getting text messages, seemed like from somebody from Maddie's side was text messaging her friend girl and telling the friend girl that they was trying to get through, but they was having a hard time getting through. Now, sometimes the internet is messed up. Sometimes it's the weather. Sometimes it's the wind. Sometimes it's the rain. Sometimes it's the snow. You know, things can happen. But it's like just because things happen, you didn't have to just get up and leave Maddie like that, Khia. Oh my God, Jesus. My heart was breaking for Maddie last night. Maddie was crying. Maddie was touched. Maddie was hurting. You know, even if the internet thing didn't work out, y'all could have picked up the telephone and put the phone on speaker. Like plenty I think y'all have done that plenty of times before in the past where you can just have a phone sitting there on with the speaker up to the microphone. You know? But for you just to get up and leave like that, Khia, that was too much. That was too much. It ain't even really no apologizing for that. It really ain't really no apologizing for that. You was like, it's like you was like, fuck it and I don't give a damn and I'm leaving. You don't do that. You just don't do that. You know, that was so wrong what you did to Maddie. And I know this little video of mine ain't gonna make it nowhere, but if y'all having problems with technical difficulties, y'all can call a college. Y'all can call some college kids that are into IT or what you call people production. You can call a college a media college or something like this. Them kids can come out and set all that stuff up for y'all and tell y'all how to work it. And they can get extra credit for coming out and setting up everything for y'all. The cameras, the lights, the microphone, the everything. They can get extra credit for coming and setting all that stuff up for y'all. Even the computer stuff they can come up and set up all that for y'all for free just to get extra credit points from their college. You know, I mean, and people coming down on Monique saying that Monique set all that up and da 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 da. I don't think that Monique set up anything. Nobody knew that stuff was gonna happen last night. She was filming her stuff like she always films her stuff. You know what I mean? She does her little blog class and she goes online and talks and does her little recordings and everything she does. You know, maybe if she could have thought to turn off the camera when Khia and Maddie was going through all that stuff they was going through, but I don't even think Monique thought to even turn off the camera. I don't think Monique even thought it was going to go the way that it went. You know, that woman said she had been working 10 hours that day and that she stayed up late just to do that interview and that she had to get up early the next morning to get back to work again. That meant that she was extending herself to try to be there for the Queen's Court. You know what I mean? I don't really think Sister Monique was trying to set them up by constantly videotaping what was going down. Nobody knew what was going down. Nobody even knew none of that stuff was going to happen like that. None of us did. You know, and then people talking about Khia's energy as being off and this, that, and the other. I mean, people just online just talking all kind of stuff. They probably don't even know. They just assuming things. And it's like, people, you can't even really assume things unless you know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But all I know is that Maddie and Khia and Monique is good women. I think they are good women. I think if you seen any of them in the airport and you walked up and said hi, that they would say hi to you back and probably even give you a hug around the neck. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Khia got her little mean streak. She even said she had a mean streak. And it seemed like Khia got some growing up to do, to be honest with you. Because she had her feelings all out, you know how they call it, wearing your feelings on your sleeve. She had her feelings all up on her sleeve last night, and that wasn't normal, you know. I don't know if she under some kind of pressure because of the things that she said about people, but it's like people, I don't know if people making threats against that girl or whatever, because a lot of the folks she be talking about, she live right there in the same city with them. So she got to see them out here and there. So maybe she feeling some kind of pressure. Maybe she feeling some kind of way. But it's like the folks that she be talking about, y'all got to realize this is commentary. You know what I mean? You got to realize that's like if somebody want to talk about, oh, one of your dreads is bigger than the other one, or you know what I mean, or somebody want to, I don't know, somebody want to say, oh, you got dark circles. I don't know if somebody want to say whatever they want to say about me, you know. I mean, that's their personal opinion. You know, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I guess some people getting so sensitive to the point where they just can't take none of the stuff that Khia be saying. But it's like you gotta be more strong within yourself to know that you know that Khia basically just cracking jokes. You know what I mean? She just sitting up what you call casing, like we used to say back in the day when we used to do the your mama joke, your mama this, your mama that. You know what I mean? Casing. You know, it's like you really shouldn't take it all that much to heart. I don't know if this girl getting threats. I don't know what this girl is going through in her life, but it must be something going on to cause her to get up and walk off like that. Just leave Maddie like that. Oh my God. My heart was hurting last night for Maddie. Y'all just don't know. I'm serious. My heart was hurting last night for Maddie. Because we sitting there watching the Queen's Court when it came on. And, they was sitting there and the lighting was all bright, probably like how my lighting looking now, but oh well. And I don't think people should be coming down on Mother Maddie for trying to change up the background or whatever. You know what I mean? With anything, you supposed to grow. You supposed to want to change up the background or do things different. I like the way she getting everything together. I like the way things getting set up with the Queen's Court. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to fix things up and get her little decorations and all that kind of stuff together. I don't know if it's good to have it in the basement because maybe there might be a problem with getting Wi-Fi or internet in the basement. Like with a lot of houses, sometimes it's hard to get the internet or whatever you need when you downstairs in the basement, or if you in a building that's like made out of bricks or cement or something like this. Sometimes it is a bad what you call reception. But regardless of what happened or regardless of what caused it to happen, Sister Khia shouldn't have got up and walked out. She should have stayed there with Maddie, ride or die. If this boat finna sink, we finna sink with it. Because they could have turned it around. Maddie could have got up and did her titty dance she be doing. Her titty twerk. You know what I mean? They would have been like, oh, well, you know what? It didn't work out. We'll do it next time. You know what I mean? They could have opened the phone lines up and took phone calls from people. They could have played some music and danced and drank or did whatever they wanted to do, but they didn't have to. Khia didn't have to walk out like that. Khia didn't have to walk out like that. That was sad. That was so sad. That just tore my heart up to hear Maddie crying like that on the on Monique's Periscope thing. That was too much. Wow. I couldn't wait to get home from work and do this video, y'all. I wanted to do it this morning. Actually, I wanted to do it last night, but I wanted to find out more about what was going on because I didn't want to, jump to no conclusions and say this and say that. But Khia shouldn't have walked out on Maddie like that. That was wrong. That was wrong. It really was. And as always, this is Cold Ass Ice Princess coming at you from Minnesota. Grace and peace.